And we are live. What is going on, everyone? It's Johnny Dunn, and we are back with another one. Today, epic VeVe live stream. Today, we just have one drop, but today is day one of the San Diego Comic-Con. Shout out to everyone who's there in real life. I think it's going to be a great time, fun experience. So every time there's a Comic-Con or something like that and the whole community goes, it's always a great time. I can't wait to go to one and meet everybody. I think it's going to be a great experience. Let's dive into today's drop. This is the first drop of the San Diego Comic-Con. I think it's a pretty good one, too. I'm going to give my thoughts, my kind of predictions, my strategy, which ones I'm going for this week. And I'm going to let you guys know what my latest pickup was. You guys know I've been trying to save up and get to one thing that I haven't just yet put in my collection. And finally was able to add it to my collection. So I'm excited about that. Share with you guys what it was. And there's also an airdrop, too. So I'm going to talk about the airdrop from Jurassic Park. Shout out to Gary. First one in the chat. Hopefully you're able to get one today, my man, if you go for the drop. I'll let you guys know my kind of thoughts, my opinions on this drop. I'm just sharing my screen in just a second here. I think with the airdrop, I'm not sure if anyone did get the airdrop or not. I did get one of the Jurassic Park airdrops. And I think that's bullish because that's the start of big IPs doing airdrops. Before, it was just those artist collectibles, and I think the fact that we have big IP doing airdrops is huge. You know the other brands are watching, the Marvels, the DCs, the Disneys, and I think it's only the beginning. So let's go over the drop for today. San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, this is huge because Marvel is sharing the booth with VeVe. I know there's been some pictures that came out, and I think that's amazing to see. I think it's really the start of, putting VeVe on the map worldwide. Because you got to think, too, so many people that are fans of Marvel haven't got into NFTs just yet. They think it's a scam, etc. We can do our best to show them it's digital collectibles licensed by these big brands like Marvel, DC, etc. But once these big brands like Marvel starts to advertise VeVe, that's when that dynamic, I think, mentally shifts in those fans of Marvel who are against those NFTs. Because now the fans of Marvel are going to say, wait, Marvel's telling me to check out VeVe? All right, let me go check out this VeVe app then. So I think it's very, very bullish. Very big news. This is the first drop. This is the drop for today. This is the Welcome to San Diego poster, the ultra rare. I think it looks really good. I love the big posters, to be honest. That's my, with all the posters we have so far, I love the big, huge posters. They almost remind me of like collectibles at some point. The smaller posters are cool too, but I'm a big fan of these huge, wide posters. We have a $60 list price, but the good thing about this one is this is only 3,900 editions. So I do think it's going to sell out relatively quickly. Only 3,900 editions. There's a lot of people going to the San Diego Comic-Con, but see, with the hundreds of thousands of people going, obviously not every single person is going to sign up and go for the drop. There is going to be a conversion rate, but I'm not sure what that rate's going to be. I think it's amazing to see Marvel sharing the booth with VeVe. That's huge. I think we will get a lot of downloads and probably a lot of new users coming from it, but we'll see what happens. I think this is going to be a solid drop to go for. I don't think the price is going to go crazy like 400, 500, 600 bucks. I don't think it's going to be that high. But I do think it's going to be probably above retail right away to start things off. If you can get it on the drop, and then if you're lucky enough to have it delivered to your account pretty early when that market opens up, you'd probably be able to flip it for maybe double, I'm thinking. Maybe just under double. Maybe like 80, 90, 100. Depends, though. I mean, we know posters usually don't do amazing on the VeVe app. There was a rare occasion with those Disney posters just because it was kind of a one-of-a-kind type thing. Secret rares. The first ever Disney posters, really. And they were in the actual Disney theme parks, Disneyland, the very, very beginning. The first decade they were open. So it's a little bit of an anomaly there. This poster, I don't think it's going to do absolutely crazy numbers long-term. But the good thing about this is Spider-Man, and it's celebrating the 60th anniversary of Spider-Man. So that has a decent amount going for it. I don't think this is going to be one of those posters that dip crazy hard down to like $20 and something like that. If it does dip, I think it probably dip around retail price, but solid drop, I think, to go for Comic-Con if you have extra gems. I think I'm just going to go over every drop this week. Each drop is on a different day. So this is the second drop. This is Deadpool's truck here. This is a $40 list price, a little bit cheaper, a little bit more editions, 6,100 editions. This is probably one I won't be going for the drop. I may still stream it. You know, I think I'm going to stream every single day of this event, Comic-Con. But I think I would pass on this drop personally. Unless you're a huge Deadpool fan, I think it's a fun one to look at. I think it's a fun collectible. Just value-wise for me, not financial advice, of course. Just for me, I don't think it's going to be, you know, absolutely groundbreaking in value. But tell you what, if there's some kind of video game like, or, you know, mobile game that we all expect to come out with the Marvel Mighties one day, having a truck, the first ever vehicle, I don't know what kind of stuff that could unlock in the game, but I don't know. I think that's pretty cool, actually. Then we have the House of M, number 1. Let's look at some of these covers here. That's the common. That's the uncommon. Black and white. I like that one. That reminds me of the uncommon. What's the difference here between these two? Oh, okay. I see the difference. It's the coloring. The colorway is flip-flopped. I was going crazy right there for a second. I couldn't tell what the difference was. Oh, okay. So we have the M in all black here with the black background. I kind of like that secret rare a little bit better. Yeah, I do. Just the colorway. The good thing about this comic drop on the 22nd is that there's only 10,000 editions of this. So if you luck out and get the secret rare, you have a 250 edition secret rare. A lot of people love those 250 edition secret rares. The 500 edition ultra rare is pretty much like a normal secret rare run. Now, I'm not the comic book expert. We may have to tune into Comics and Crypto hodl or sell video when this comes out. I don't think this is like a holy grail type comic book, just off the top of my head. I could be wrong, but I think the fact that it is scarce, that will help it a little bit. Then we have the Tesseract. This is a $30 list price. Again, a little bit cheaper than the other collectibles. A little bit more editions, 8,610 editions. This is the uncommon. So far, the collectibles, I think today's drop may be the best bet out of the drop. So far. Tesseract drops on the 23rd. Then we have my favorite. Also, shout out to the Team V. Shout out to Wendy for the T. Team V. Had to rep it today. Got the Silver Surfer. This is the rare. I think this is going to look amazing once we open it up on our phones and in the showroom. Now, I know a lot of people are probably going to be going after this one. This is probably going to be the most sought after. Just my opinion here. $60 list price. Same list price as the first one today. 6,100 edition. So about double the edition prices from today. I thought about actually skipping today's drop. Just because also, I do want to talk about what I finally saved up to grab. I'll show you guys in just a second. You guys might have been able to tell by the thumbnail. But there's one more thing that now that I have that, well, I really don't need this other thing. I kind of just want to save up gems right now. I want to save up gems in case we do get the AF-15, AF-15, Amazing Fantasy. That's going to be crazy if we do eventually get that, maybe early August. A lot of speculations going around. There's nothing confirmed. You know, I'm just speculating on if that one does drop. I just want to have enough gems saved up for it. So if I do go for this first one today, this drop right here, the posters, I feel like I don't absolutely need this drop. I would get it to try to flip it, to be honest. I think it's going to do decent. You know, I like the edition count on this one, 3,900 editions. Let me know in the chat, too, which collectible out of all of these are you most excited for? I think Silver Surfer is probably the highest demand, dropping on the last day there, the 24th. I think this is probably going to be the second most popular, the one today. There's still a couple Disney posters I want to double back and grab too, so I'm trying to stack some gems now. That's my game plan. Because I finally did. Let me get some comments now. I want to show you guys too. I finally landed the one thing I've been after for so long. A lot of you guys might be like, it's not that great. It's really not that amazing. It's not like a secret rare or anything like that, but to match all my, not to match, but to go with all my 3-digit common original cover comics. You guys know I'm a huge fan of those. I think they're going to do amazing. I have 3-digit original covers of almost all the Grail comics. I would say besides Kang, that's the only one I'm missing. But I was finally able to lock this one in. Let me find it for you. Let me find it. I got the Marvel Comics #1 3-digit a while ago. I had the uncommon a while ago. Finally, it's mine. Pulled the trigger on the ultra rare. Not a crazy mint or anything like that, but just wanted to finally have the ultra rare of the MC1. That was something that I didn't. It was a bad mistake on me. I didn't grab it right away. And I was able to grab the 3-digit mint pretty early on. Not as early as I wanted to. But I'm just happy to finally get the ultra rare MC1. So now that I got that one, I had to sell some of those Disney posters that I really didn't want to sell that I got on the drop day. I wanted to get that spectacular lenticular card before it ran off, but I wasn't able to grab that one. You guys know I got the moon poster. That was my favorite one too. I just love the meme of it. To the moon. I feel like Johnny Rockets, that just fits my brand. I do want to double back and grab that poster eventually. Yeah, Henry, how we doing? Good luck today, my man. Audible, good to see you, my man. What's up, young blood? So now that I got that MC1 ultra rare, I'm just trying to stack some gems. Let's go. We got Okomi in the building. Shout out to Okomi. Let's go. Johnny Dunn Show. Let's go, my guys. Shout out to the whole Okomi team. I know they've been putting in so much work. A lot of people thought, the cash out would never come. We knew, everybody in the VeVe community, they put in so much work. Everything that they say is eventually going to come. Maybe some timelines may be a little bit delayed, but a lot of the times that's not even in their control. So just want to shout out to the Okomi team tuning in to the channel today. Let's go. Good morning. Good luck today, fam. Let's go. These are my guys right here. Shout out to the Okomi fam. That's amazing. You guys are on the channel. I appreciate you guys big time. That's awesome. Shout out to you guys, man. We got Super Simono. What's up, JD? Nice to tune into your live, to your streams again. Nice to tune in live to your streams again. Appreciate you, Super Simono. Are you going for the poster? Sugar Shane 420. Ooh, this is a big question. Now, I'm going to be a game time decision on the drop today because I do think it's going to do decent. I'm probably going to have to add in an extra 10 gems just to go for the drop. I'll probably flip this one, even though I think it's going to do well. I'm trying to stack some gems just in case we do get a crazy surprise drop at the end of the week. Komi, they're known for some surprises. So I'm excited for that. And like I said, I was saving up for a couple weeks to get the MC1 ultra rare. I had to let go and sell some things in the market, the bear market. I didn't want to do that, but don't really have that much money right now. So I had to make some moves, let go of some things that I just got for maybe MCP points. So I had them for a while. I was able to swap them. And I'm just so happy I was able to get that MC1 ultra rare. That was a big one for me. So Tito 420, and it begins. That could be a huge thing, Tucson. The Marvel Mighty's Deadpool truck really threw me for a loop because a lot of people are kind of just going to pass that, right away. Deadpool truck. We've already got Deadpool. But when I looked at that, I said, that's the first ever Marvel Mighty's vehicle. And we all kind of are speculating that there's going to be some kind of game. So that could be huge. What a vehicle in a mobile play to earn game. You don't know what kind of benefits that could do. It's exciting. I don't know, Tucson. One more time. Shout out to Komi. Like the video, guys, for Komi joining the live stream today. Or just tuning in, I should say. That's amazing. I made my day right there. Don, how we doing? Good morning. Good morning. DJ Tico. Yeah, Silver Surfer. I think Silver Surfer is going to be the one that everybody's kind of going after this week. I know my guy, VeVe Chusk. Shout out to Tyler Gear. That was his favorite right away. He said he had to have that in his collection. I was looking at it. One, I think that it's going to be a set by itself. So that kind of is a little plus for it. and I think it just looks amazing. It's one of those collectibles we're going to get in our showrooms, or once you download it and you're going to look at it and it's going to be shining and you're going to be like, wow, this is amazing. That's just the way I feel like. Hit the like, you heathens. DJ Tico, it's a tough one. You know, today's poster, let's take another look at it. Let's take a second look. Oh, kind of like that view. It's too close up. It's too close up with me, though. Let's change it back to this one. Here we go. The poster, there's a couple great things going for this poster. One is Spider-Man. And everybody knows Spider-Man's the most popular superhero character in the world. It's amazing. The 60th anniversary of Spider-Man, that could do a lot for collectors right there. That's a big thing that I think is going under the radar. Now, if this had over 5,000 editions, I would say, you know, it could maybe, but the fact that it's the first drop of San Diego Comic-Con, only 3,900. You know, the Comey team takes a few, so even less than 3,900. $60 retail price. I wish it was like 50 or 40. I think that's a guaranteed to go over retail. But $60 really isn't that bad for a Spider-Man poster, con exclusive. It's a tough one. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be like $400, $500 right away. I think it could double and then maybe work its way back down slowly. So I'm a game time decision on the posters. I think out of all the drops this week, this is probably going to be the second best one. That could be a low-key sleeper, though. The Deadpool truck could be a sleeper long-term. And if that's like used in some kind of game, I will come back to this and clip it. Tesseract, I don't think it's going to do amazing. I think this is just going to do the best one, be the best one. Last one of the day. A little bit more editions, you know, 6,000 editions for this, but you got the first appearance, Silver Surfer. That's going to be one I'm definitely going for. So I may pass it on this drop. Like I said, I still have to get a lenticular card that I really want, a Disney poster I want to double back. So don't really have all the gems in the world right now. And I don't want to sell anything more. I sold some things that I don't mind letting go of, even if even if selling in a bear market. It's not ideal. I'm trying to hold on to everything I possibly can. I'm holding on to my grails. There was a time, I may even have my Todd listed right now, but you guys know the story with that. I'm trying to buy back the floor on a Todd after my 1,600 mint sells. There's a lot of private accounts with a 1,000 mint trying to sell a Todd like under 3K. And so I was like the only public account trying to let it go at like 2.7-ish. And then if that's sold, I would double back and just buy a Todd at the floor, like hopefully not like a 6,000 or 7,000 mint, hopefully like a 4,000 mint or something like that. But I could pocket like 600 gems, and then that'd be a nice little come up right there. That's my game plan with that. Ooh, House of M. That's good to know, Mark. See, I'm not too familiar with House of M #1, so I got to do some more research on that. But I love the fact that it's only 10,000 editions. So I think that's going to be, people love scarcity. I'm more so, a fan of popularity. I think if you can have both, it's amazing. It's that perfect combination. But I just believe popularity will, popularity and demand will cause scarcity in the long run. That's just my opinion. But I think scarce items will do pretty well. The scarce comic covers, I think, will kind of take off, even if they're not valuable in real life. I think they'll start to take off once we can put them in our showrooms, even just on our profile, because people are going to want to show off comic covers that people just can't own because there's just maybe only 250 of them. Even if it's not that valuable in the real world, having that value and demand in the digital probably will boost it in the physical world over time. Oh, I don't know. Good question. I will put this out there. Great question here. I don't know who's streaming, like a vlog. You're saying vlogging their time at the San Diego Comic-Con. I would love to see it. I think Dino. Shout out to Dino Lang. He did a vlog or something like that at the last DCon or something like that. It was pretty cool to see. So I would love to see people. If you're at the San Diego Comic-Con, put your phone out, go on Instagram Live or go on YouTube Live and just record a couple hours of you just walking around. I think it'd be pretty sweet. Maybe say hi to the team, say hi to everyone that's there. Anyone that's at the San Diego Comic-Con, I would love to see it. I think a lot of other people would love to see it. Comey, we appreciate you, good sir. Man, Comey feels like family at this point, you know. Shout out to Reese, shout out to David, shout out to Dan, Alex, Noah, everybody in the whole Comey team, man. I love those guys. I love you guys. Shout out to VeVe. VeVe Marvel at San Diego Comic-Con, huge. Okay, cool. I didn't realize that people are already streaming the San Diego Comic-Con. Search it here on YouTube. I definitely will. Yeah, let's bring it up. I wanted to kind of go over this video too. Shout out to the legend. He's back, baby. We got NFT Pirates in the house. Not in the house. We're not doing an interview with NFT Pirates right now, but we got NFT Pirates, Danny BR, Sean from Comics and Crypto. I was going to go over this video. It's an hour long. Maybe after the drop or something. They just talking VeVe. I didn't even get a chance to watch it all. I didn't watch like the first couple minutes. But maybe let's find out on YouTube right now. I'm gonna search Comic-Con live stream. I don't see anybody going live right now. Like, it doesn't say anything's live. Maybe 2022. Doesn't say anyone's live right now. I doubt someone would be live right now, right at this moment. But I would love to see people who are at the Comic-Con actually live stream this. Master Dunn. Wow, let's go. You got the secret rare. Jimbo Lee Lingo. Only 424 available. That's amazing. I got the ultra rare. Oh my God. Let's go. Shout out to you, Comey, VeVe. Let's go. I didn't think I could get the ultra rare. Oh my gosh. And it's animated. Yo, let's go. Wow, the secret rare is only 424 editions. Wow. They gave me a 374 mint. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Wow, it does look amazing together animated. Animation is kind of choppy right now for some reason. I think some people said they had a hard time like loading it too, but wow, I'm so happy right now that it's animated and that's an ultra rare. I wonder how many ultra rares there are. There's only 106 in the market right now. Some people don't probably realize that they have it. Wow, that is awesome. Airdrops just feel amazing. I think also the fact that the big IP brands are doing airdrops now, guys, this is huge. We thought, well, not that we thought, we were only having the artist collectibles, right? And we all said that the big brands are watching how this goes with the utility, the airdrops, how people react, etc., what it does for the value. I think once the big brands really start rewarding the collectors and start giving these airdrops and just different utility, maybe it's a ticket to an event, in real life or something, for having maybe all the Batman collectibles. You get, special VIP backstage access to a, I have no idea, right? I can't really think of one thing because the options are limitless, right? Just use your imagination. You can think of anything and really implement it in there. So I think it's just so amazing that the big IPs are on board for utility and airdrops and all kinds of things like that. I think it's a great sign. Yawn, Coral, how we doing? How we doing? Good morning. Good morning. Gary, I don't think 60 gems is too much for Silver Surfer. I think maybe instead of 60, we could go to like 40 gems. I think that's maybe a little bit easier load on people's accounts on their wallets, but 60 gems for a FA Silver Surfer, I don't think is a bad one. I would have liked to see maybe like 40 gems for that poster. But again, this is the 60th anniversary of Spider-Man, so it's a little bit big deal there. No worries, Chasing Sundays. I know the posters aren't for everybody, and I'm a game time decision. I'm kind of leaning off of the poster. But if I had a few hundred gems and I was willing to spend it, I would definitely go for the poster. I think the poster is probably going to be the second best drop of the week. Gary noticed posters limited edition. Every time they say that, it goes over retail. Well, I believe every poster is technically limited edition, but I guess they pointed it out in the description. Chasing, this is kind of how I'm feeling too. Only going for the Silver Surfer. It's kind of how I'm feeling. And again, that's just one that I'm probably going to keep in the showroom. That's a showroom piece for me, Silver Surfer. How we doing, Getsy? This is what I'm thinking. Could have some secret drops like last year's San Diego Comic-Con. Mark, this is what I'm trying to gear up for because I know Comey by now. I know, especially, I love the fact that they're really putting an emphasis on under-promising and over-delivering. And I kind of want to ride with that theme too. I think in the beginning, I think we were all kind of quote-unquote moon boys saying this, saying that. They're going to have all kinds of crazy things. I was saying they're going to have eventually TV commercials. I still do believe they're going to have commercials on TV. But that's long-term. I want to kind of get in line with their under-promising, over-delivering aspect. So I'm not going to be saying they're going to be having Super Bowl commercials or anything like that. I'll just wait until it happens because I do believe it's eventually going to happen, but maybe not this year, maybe not next year, right? Maybe in a handful of years from now. But this is what I'm thinking. And again, it may not be the first day. It may be kind of sprinkled in there in the middle or towards the end. I'm definitely thinking that we're going to have some kind of secret drop. I don't know when. I'm hoping also maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I want it just yet because the AF-15 is going to be pretty expensive. You might catch Randy and Comics and Crypto Crew there. Are they live streaming right now? Is Randy and Sean from Comics and Crypto live streaming? Let me go to their channel real quick. I'll be on Randy's channel. Randy's a stream king. Shout out to Randy Chavez. I got to get back on his channel. Got to chat it up with him. Let me see if Comics and Crypto isn't streaming it. Maybe Randy is. We just did a video with my guy Kyle Wilson the other day. Shout out to Kyle. I don't see Randy going live. He's probably going to go live sometime today, though. I'm sure because I think Randy's there, right? Yeah, it doesn't say he's live right now, but I'm sure Randy definitely will be live streaming. If not, I'll make sure to tell him. Because I think that's fun, right? When everybody's vlogging, like their experience there, saying hi to the team, saying hi just to the new people that are there. Maybe I would love to go up to maybe new users who are just hearing about VeVe for the first time and catching like their first thoughts of it. Because I'm sure those people will see the video and then come back to it maybe a year later and be like, oh my gosh, that was the first time I found VeVe. Because I do believe VeVe is going to be one of those apps that everybody's on, kind of like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Let's see. Try my hardest to save gems for Amazing Fantasy 15 and Pokemon when they come. Pretty happy with my current collection. Yeah, shout out to you, Chasing Sundays. I know you do have a pretty solid collection right now. And yeah, I don't want to bring up the P word, especially with a Comey tuning in. But I do think eventually we will see that Amazing Fantasy 15. I just don't know #when. I don't know when it's coming. But I just want to make sure I do have enough gems for it because I need a 3-digit common of that. And then if I luck out and have enough gems for Secret Rare, great, or any other rarity, that would be amazing. But I want to, put up on my showroom wall, on one of my walls in my VeVe showroom, all my 3-digit original covers. It's my comic stunt right there. Simone. Yeah, Gary, I like the fact that it's only a 10K edition comic run. I love that. because it's going to be hard to get on the drop. And you guys know me, I love going for those drops that are hard to get. I'm going to show you guys how I do the timing, the rhythm gate, all that kind of stuff for today's drop. Because if you go for the poster today, I think it's going to sell out pretty quickly. Now, with that being said, we got a 30-minute warning tweet from VeVe. I'm leaning towards that too, Audible. I think they're going to be above retail. I don't think they're going to be, $400, $500, $600 right away. But I think they're going to be maybe double the retail price, then slowly work its way down, but still stay above retail, at least for the poster. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I didn't realize that Tucson starts in a few hours. I felt like it would be pretty early for someone to be streaming it. The Cray Mountain in the building. How we doing, Cray? I know I'm going to be tuning in to see some people's live stream today. I think it's just fun to watch. See the experience. And I will be going to one of these cons soon, eventually. I can't wait. It's going to be a movie. Yeah, Gary, I didn't realize that. What I thought was happening was because I only have one dino from each of the blue, the beta, but I do have the full set of the T-Rex. So I thought because I only have one of the others, I was going to get either a common, uncommon, or rare. I didn't realize I was going to get an ultra rare, and then the full set holders were going to get the secret rare. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I got to check out the SR animation. Does the SR animation have sound or not yet? The other thing I was thinking, you guys know how the T-Rex does have that sound, and a lot of people were kind of upset with beta or blue not having the sound with the animated ones. That led me to think, because they haven't really talked too much about that. They kind of just let it go. And they could have easily added sound because the T-Rex has sound. So that led me to believe, this is speculation. This isn't confirmation or anything. But especially with the Master Collector program around the corner, we know the OMI utility program's coming. I think one of the upgrades that we could possibly have, an incentive to maybe buy OMI or stake OMI or whatever the case is, right? Or Master Collector program points. I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but I believe upgrades will be a part of, having or using OMI or part of the MCP, kind of like how there's speculation of upgrades to the DeLorean, upgrades to all kinds of collectibles, maybe custom accessories. I think maybe you could upgrade your dinos animation, your dinosaur animations, and maybe add the sound at that point. I could be wrong, but that's immediately what I thought of right away. Maybe I'm completely wrong on that speculation, but that's what I thought right away. Because I was like, they could have easily added sound. There had to have been a reason why they didn't add sound and why they chose not to re-add it. Because if, the community was kind of upset, etc., why is there no sound? They could have easily been like, oh, yeah, we forgot or whatever and add sound. But since they didn't add the sound, I'm like, they're saving it. What could they be saving it for? So I'm thinking it's got to be, upgrades or something with the MCP or OUP. Because I do think we will be able to upgrade our collectibles or change the customization. One thing I thought of too with the animations, like the ultimate animated secret rare collectibles, like the Black Panther, Captain America, Spider-Man. You know how there's only one or two, or the Darth Vader or the Thor? You know how there's only one or two animations? I have a feeling, I could be completely wrong on this too. This is just kind of my thoughts on it. When we do get the MCP rolled out, the OUP rolled out, what if some of the upgrades could be, you could add a customization animation, or you could add an animation to one of your collectibles. So, for example, let's take the ultra rare Darth Vader. You know how there's only when you click it, it lights the lightsaber out or takes it out, and it goes to that strangle pose. Well, what if you upgraded it using OMI or staking OMI, a certain amount of OMI, or you have a certain rank in MCP? Like I said, I don't know how that's going to work. But what if you could upgrade it and add an animation to it? Or with the secret rare Spider-Man, you know how it shoots the web and it flips? What if you could add an animation to it and does something else? That would be pretty wild. So that's just my thought process on speculation on what could come with maybe the the voice and the noise of the dinosaurs. Super salty on that Jurassic airdrop. Completed all 3 sets to get an airdrop with more mints and ultra betas even. So why did I complete all these sets? World may never know. Interesting, local scalper. Okay. So you weren't too happy with the airdrop. I know some people weren't too happy. Some people were pretty happy. Again, I would say don't put too much emphasis on it. I know maybe it didn't work out the way you wanted it, but it's still kind of like a trial and error type thing, right? They're seeing what works, what doesn't work. So the fact that you didn't like this airdrop, that's good feedback right there, you know? So I like the fact that you're pretty respectful with this opinion here, because again, everything that happens may not be your favorite thing. So if you don't like it, that's perfectly okay. You know, let that be known. So maybe, you know, the team can find a different way, maybe to help please more people, because again, it's still so early. It's still kind of like that trial and error phase, you know, seeing what works, what doesn't work. So good to know. Good to know. This ultra rare has way less editions than any other ultra rares. Yeah, I agree, Getsy. Are you talking about the poster ultra rare? Yeah, 3,900 editions for the San Diego poster. I think because of that, and because it's Spider-Man, and because it's the 60th anniversary, I think that's probably on the back end of it. It's Spider-Man, not that many editions. I think just because of those couple things, it could definitely stay above retail. Good morning, Shago. Kobe, let's go. Shout out to Kobe Collects. Guys, if you guys aren't following Kobe Collects, you got to follow him on YouTube. Another great YouTuber. I feel like he was like one of the pioneers in the giveaways. Every time I see Kobe, I think of going to the VeVe app and seeing all the people saying, I'm here for the Kobe giveaway. I'll never forget that. Shout out to Kobe, my man. Appreciate you big time for the super chat. He says, bro, how are we a year and a half in, but still early? Isn't that crazy? I know for me, I kind of, in hindsight, I wish I did know it would take like a year and a half, 2 years to really get going, because I went all in right away because I thought I was late. When I found this in March in 2021, I was hurrying around trying to just go all in, because I was like, how did nobody else find this yet? I was like, oh my gosh. So it is crazy that we're a year and a half in and it's still early. You got to think of how many people out there you see on Twitter commenting, wait until Disney releases NFTs. It's like, what? That's why I love when Akomi or when Reese chimes in and tweets, Mickey Mouse FA has already been released. It's like the world just doesn't know yet. And it's fun too, watching the whole community help share the work, like help share the awareness of VeVe. I remember in the early days, anytime I saw a tweet, anything about NFTs or anything, I would spam VeVe. And now the community is so big and so passionate to where as soon as I see a tweet and I go to tweet, the replies are already all VeVe fans spamming it. And I'm like, yes. It's amazing to see the passion pour out in everyone, because when you share the same passions with people, it's exciting, you know? It's like, I feel like I just teared up right there. Watching this, I just realized I got the airdrop. Let's go. Yeah. That's another reason why I want to talk about it, is a lot of people probably don't know they even got the airdrop. So definitely check your collections. If you just have one of the betas, one of the blues, and I believe one of the T-Rexes, you get an airdrop. Now, I have the full set of the T-Rex. I don't have the full sets of the other. We got Miss Rose in the building. Let's go. Wow. Miss Rose got the airdrop. She got the ultra rare 239 mint. Shout out to Miss Rose. I know Beta and Blue is one of her favorite collectibles too. She loves the dinos. I'm a big dinosaur fan too. And the fact that they're together and they're animated, I know you got to love that one. That's awesome. And you have an awesome mint number too. 239 is low. Is that your lowest mint? I feel like that could be your lowest mint right there. I could be wrong, but let me know, Miss Rose. Yeah, amazing mint. Simone, you haven't got the airdrop yet? I would check your notifications. because I don't think it showed up in my collection right away. I had to check my notifications, and that's when I saw it. But then I checked my collection, and I think it's in there. Yeah, it's in there now. In 2021, VeVe dropped better comics. The one thing I want to say about this Crypto King is I think VeVe's also, we have a whole new drop system coming out. So I think even though they've blessed us with amazing drops so far, I do think that they're saving some of these better comics for maybe a new drop system, MCP rollout, etc. Because I don't think they want to just keep releasing grails when they know there could be other issues going on with, we had the whole bot issue, etc. So I think, better comics, it's hard to beat Marvel, MC1, ASM1, Fantastic Four #1, FF5. Like, those are all very, very beginnings. And they still have crazy comics coming too. This is speculation only. If we do get DC comics too eventually, whew. So I would say Crypto King, I would hold off on that statement until 2021 is finished. Until 2022 is finished. We never know what could come later in the year. Kobe Collects, I really like the poster. I think the poster looks great, man. I do. If I had a few hundred gems just to spare, 60 gems, and it's crazy. I have like no gems right now. I would definitely be going for this poster. I probably would skip. Let me go back to the drops. I'll tell you guys what I would skip and what I would go for if I had unlimited gems. Not unlimited, but just if I had a few hundred gems to spare. I would definitely go for today's poster. I would probably skip tomorrow's drop. Now, long term, I think the first ever Mighty Marvel or Marvel Mighty's vehicle, I think that will be huge. Long term, once the game rolls out and everything, if there is a game. But I think short term, I would probably pass on it. The comic, I still have to do research on it, but since it is super limited, I'll probably just go for it just for the fun of the drop, see if I can grab it. Tesseract, I'd probably pass on this one. But I'm not positive because I think it's, it's an interesting one. And I feel like there's like a surprise with it or something, but who knows? And this is definitely one that I would go for. So definitely go for the first and last days. And then the ones in between, I'd probably go for the comic and then maybe skip the truck and the Tesseract. But that's just my opinions. If you guys go for them, absolutely nothing wrong with it, They will do stuff secret to create a lot of excitement. I think so too. It kind of goes in with their philosophy of under promising and over delivering. I think that's what they wanted to do in the beginning, but I think the excitement was just too crazy. So maybe things got out of hand, etc. But I'm glad that they're doing that because it does create a lot of excitement. The airdrop was great. A lot of people liked it. Some people didn't like it. I can understand, if you got the whole set and you got it for the value sake. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Obviously, that's why no one's streaming it. Oh, we need some beta and blue goth vlogs. Let's go. I got to get back in the goth vlogs. I've been playing a lot lately. I haven't had a couple good rounds. Last couple of rounds have been pretty bad, actually. Pretty frustrating. But I'll get back to the vlogs. VeVe 3 in the building. Shout out to Heather and Corey. It's almost that time. I think we're going to dive into the video in just a second, especially now that you're here. May not be here. This is 15 minutes ago. I'm kind of late on these chats. Let's dive into it, actually. Hopefully, Comey's still here. Comey probably already knows your channel. You guys are already big time. You guys are going to be at 5K subs in no time. Maybe, I like the fact that they broke this up. Nice. We'll probably stop it right at the Spider-Man poster, and then each day, we'll probably just go into whichever drop, is happening. Again, guys, if you guys aren't following VeVe 3, make sure you subscribe to their channel, maybe become a member to their channel, give them a couple thanks. I got to give them a couple of thanks. Like their videos, show all kinds of support. You know, they're an amazing YouTube channel. They put in so much work. Let's dive into it because the research takes time, and then to edit all the videos and everything, people don't realize how long editing takes. So let's dive right into it. We're gonna, like I said, we're only gonna watch maybe the first 3 minutes of it. We got time. We got 15 minutes to the drop.
Welcome back to VVN3 with me, Corey, aka Old Rhubarb on VV, and
me, Heather, from the VVT, and also Heroes and Heroines.
And we have the entire drop lineup for the San Diego Comic-Con 2022, spanning from July 20th all the way to July 24th. A lot of drops, most of them are their own things. And we just left San Diego, and it's like we can't get away from the place. But regardless, we are stoked to look at all of these drops. Let's tackle this thing.
All right, so we're going to be talking a little bit about the con. The video is going to be structured a little differently today. We're going to do our best to add chapters since there's so many drops being covered. So that way you can reference the specific drops as needed.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
Also, as every 50 videos or so, we kind of shamelessly shill the channel. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy the content and the videos. And with that on note, let's really get into this.
And Comic-Cons have been around for quite a while. The first ever one was in New York, and that was in 1964. The San Diego Comic-Con, on the other hand, kicked off on March 21st of 1970. Believe it or not, it wasn't always cool to dress up as superheroes and nerd out about comic books. In fact, for a long time, you would be labeled as a geek and ostracized by friends and family. And that's changed in a big way, partially because of the pulp culture status that goes along with the nerddom, with the fandom, with the geekdom. And average attendance for the San Diego Comic-Cons exceed well over 150,000 people per event. And it's not just for the nerds anymore. Celebrities, fans, super fans, and folks from around the world converge at this event to celebrate the stories, characters, games, and culture that unite them.
As for this year, attendees navigating the sea of booths will find that Marvel has a new guest sitting at their table. VeVe. And I mean that literally. VeVe will be at the convention in the Marvel booth with a gigantic Marvel Mighties display spreading the word about the platform. Additionally, we're getting a decent lineup of drops. And who knows, could there be more? Will attendees receive special secret promo codes from the VeVe booth?
That'd be awesome.
We'll see. As for now, let's get into the drops that we're expecting.
The first drop that's going to be landing in this series is on Wednesday, July 20th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And this one is the Welcome to San Diego Litho print. This ultra rare is minting 3,900 editions and has a retail bid price of 60 gems. This is exclusive artwork that is celebrating the 60th anniversary of Beyond Amazing Spider-Man. Wish we knew who the artwork was by, but we're seeing no indication of artists listed.
Ooh, can Akomi throw us a little teaser here? Who is the art by? Who's the artist that made this? Let's see if Akomi can give us a little tidbit here.
This piece showcases a ton of spider variants, and we even see the Spider-Mobile on there. And keep in mind, these are all tagged as con exclusives.
Next, we have Deadpool's Chimichanga.
Let's stop it there because we'll probably come back each day and watch the segments. And so I want to, give extra love to their channel, come back to it. But again, guys, if you guys haven't followed their channel, they're going to be huge. So, get in early, show them a lot of support early, like all their stuff, become a member, subscribe to the channel at least because they're going to be big time soon. Energy, good vibes, good vibes. We got about just over 10 minutes, like 12 minutes to drop, maybe 11 minutes. We got Zachary Roy, also another great YouTube channel. I love tuning in. We got the Palace. We got Zachary Roy from the Palace. Let's go. VV League's best QB. I did get the airdrop. Yep. Miss Rose. I got an ultra rare. Let me show you which one I got real quick. Also, I picked up a couple of these. But I got the ultra rare 374 mint. Not as solid as your mint, Miss Rose, but pretty happy with a sub 400 mint there. Ultra rare. Picked up a couple extra things. I feel like since Marvel and VeVe has a booth together, I feel like that's probably gonna. It is already up from when I bought it. I bought them at $9. It's at 15 right now. Just bought a couple. Probably let one go and then just keep one for free, basically. 2000 editions would have made the poster go crazy. I dig the poster. I'm a Marvel fanboy, so I'm loving this week of drops. Yeah, I think the poster looks good, guys. Also, VeVe3, great video. I can't wait to tune into the whole video. I think the poster is probably going to be the second best of the week, which is pretty solid. I think I am going to end up going for the drop. I may just add in an extra 10 gems and go for it. I may flip it, though. And then if it doesn't end up over retail, I'll just hold on to it. I really don't mind holding on to it. And I don't have that many gems saved up right now. I literally only have 50 gems after I bought the MC1. So we got Mubarak. How we doing, my man? Are you going for the drop today? You must be going for the drop. Tune in for some good luck today, my man. Hopefully you're able to get it. Wow, 287. Okay. A lot of 200 mins. Let's go, Miss Rose. Miss Rose, are you going to make some YouTube videos? Let's go. Or do you just mean some videos with animation of Blue and Beta? Got to get on your YouTube grind, Miss Rose. You would be huge. Maybe I'll have you on the channel and interview you. Talk a little bit about how you found VeVe. Because I am going to branch out and start interviewing a bunch of people. I've been saying that for a while, but it's about finally time that I end up doing that. Ooh, Knight Rider. Woody, I love Knight Rider coming on the channel asking me these hard questions. You know, a lot of people ask me questions. A lot of times they're great questions too. Knight Rider has the hardest questions. He doesn't play games. Woody FA or Thor Ultra Rare for the long term. Both are going to do great long term, in my opinion. I actually don't have the Thor Ultra Rare because I have the Secret Rare. So I got rid of the other rarities besides the uncommon. I stacked the uncommons at like $12, I think. The one that's like kneeling down. Knight Rider. This is always tough because the way I look at the collectibles with multiple rarities, the FA Woody, there's only one FA Woody. The only thing that separates that is the mint number. So I think that's going to be huge long term. Now, Thor is going to do great too because it's first appearance and it's got an animation. And as that Secret Rare gets to thousands of dollars out of reach, same thing, same philosophy with the comics and the other collectibles. As that Secret Rare goes further and further up, Ultra Rare, I think, will just follow it. But see, what I would do is, it's tough because it's got the animation though. I would try to get both Knight Rider if you can, but if you can't, for me, if I was in this situation, I would still try to get both. And the way I would get both is getting that FA Woody and just settling for either a common Thor, uncommon Thor, rare Thor, whatever I can afford, and try to get that lowest mint possible that I can afford. If that makes sense. So that way I can still have both. It just won't be that animation. And the way I look at it is, you know, if you already have a couple of great animated collectibles, say if you have the Ultra Rare Darth Vader, right? I feel like you can pass up maybe on an animated Thor and just get both of them, like a Woody FA and maybe an uncommon or a common or a rare Thor. That's the way I look at it. Let's go. We got December here. I know it's late for you, December. Just here to say good luck. Appreciate you big time. We got the alien crew, alien gang in the building. I think so. I think we'll get more than one comic VeVe3. It makes sense, right? And I think that could go in with a surprise. There's got to be a surprise. It feels like there is going to be one, you know? Yeah, hoping for surprises. I think it could be. Daredevil #1 was a con exclusive. We got to get a secret drop of a real comic. That's what I'm thinking too. You know, Kobe, great point on that. I forget all the time that Daredevil was a con exclusive. I got the Ultra Rare on the drop. I sold it, and I eventually bought it back. Uh-oh, we got a bot in here. Jesus. Did Miss Rose block the bot already? Because it says I can't block the bot. An error occurred. She might have blocked it. Hey, appreciate that big time. We're kicking about. I don't know how that. I might have to get another ultra rare DeLorean because I don't know, but I think vehicles are going to be pretty valuable, and I think that's going to be an easy renting out piece. And so I do want to add in an ultra rare DeLorean. That's the $1 million question, Mubarak. We don't know when. That's always been the question. We don't know when. I just think it's I don't know when. I just feels like there's gonna be one. That's negative, friends. We don't give up secrets that easily. All right, so we don't know. Maybe there isn't one. Maybe there is. I'm leaning that there's gonna be one. I'm thinking it's gonna be at the end. If I was to do it my way, if I was to create it, I would do it at the end when everybody thinks it's over. Surprise drop, Amazing Fantasy 15. Everybody freaks out. That's what I would do. Johnny Dub, how we doing? How we doing? Good to see you going for the drop, Mubarak. Ronnie Lighto, long time no chat. We got Punch in the building. Punch, I love when you got me on the big screen, man. That's awesome. Mubarak would go Andy. Another bot. Error occurred. Wow, okay. A lot of people are going F.A. Woody. It's hard to pass up F.A. Woody, man. Woody is such an iconic collectible. With 3 minutes left, let me kind of just go over my drop strategy here real quick, just in case there's any new users who maybe tuning in, and maybe there's some veterans that want a little refresher. All right, so to start things off, I go to the store tab at the bottom of my phone. All these tabs, I go to the store tab here. I click on the drop that's happening. It says dropping soon. Click on the poster. Now we scroll down. Now the buy now for this one's already up, but it's actually not clickable until 1 second after 0. As you see, if we try now, it won't work. But becomes clickable 1 second after 0. I'm trying to focus. Here we go. All right, so what I try to do is stay in line with the countdown, maybe 10 seconds, 5 seconds, and I count it out loud. I'm going to show you guys an example. I'm going to act like there's 0 minutes left in just 32 seconds here. And since we know the buy now is clickable 1 second after 0, I try starting my click slightly before the 1 second pops up. Let me try to give an example here. Sometimes the buy now flashes up and sometimes it's already up, but the principle remains the same. It becomes clickable 1 second after 0. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Buy now. Whoa. That was a bad one. I feel like it lagged or something. I'll do it again. So basically, instead of seeing 0 and then clicking, you're either going to be, a lot of times the buy now flashes up, so you would just be too late. There's like a reaction time there. So by the time you see the buy now and then click, you're a little bit late. But for this example, since the buy now is already up, if you press buy now, as soon as it hits 0, it's going to give you, unable to secure the item. So you have to wait 1 second after 0. But instead of actually waiting, you can time it by starting your click slightly before. By the time you click, it should be perfect time. It always comes out of focus here, but here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Buy now. It's hard to see exactly because it keeps coming out of focus, but basically I'm starting my press slightly before it becomes clickable. I think I am going to go for this drop for you guys. I'm going to record this one. I probably will have to add in 10 gems if I get this one. Now I'm going to back out and come right back in. Whoa, I'm going to back out and do it again. Sometimes when you do that, the timer is just a little bit off. Either it goes down too fast or it gets stuck. So here we go. 15 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh no, I got it. I didn't get it. Oh my God. I didn't get it. Oh my gosh. I didn't get it. Oh my gosh. Did anybody get it? This is the first drop I missed in a long time. Wow. I felt like the timer was just off for some reason. But maybe I just didn't get it. Let me I'll show you guys the replay here. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bye now. I felt like I was money. Crazy. Well, I guess it was just meant to be because I wasn't supposed to get it. That's crazy. Man. I hate not getting the drop. I hate missing a drop. I am the hardest question master on VeVe. You really are, Knight Rider. You always ask me really, really tough questions, man. I love it, though, because that's what it's all about, just getting other people's opinions. Again, what I say is not the end-all, be-all. At the end of the day, make your own decision. But I think it's important, just to get other people's thought processes, because it can maybe give you a different perspective that you may not have thought of before. So I love the questions, Knight Rider. When you ask them, I love them. Bots are getting warmed up. It really does feel like that. There were evening drops last year. Absolutely, Mark. And I feel like last year there was just like a nonstop, like every hour of drops. This year is a little bit different format. Hulk smashed that like button, fam. Yeah, definitely. Like the video. Appreciate you guys big time. For everyone who does like the video, shares the video, subscribes to the channel. Appreciate y'all big time. Oh, man. What do you think could be the price and how much? Let's go. Reshared Reach just shared VeVe3's Corey's tweet about the video. About his video. Let's go. I'm gonna give him a retweet too. I love their channel, man. I feel like they're gonna be at 10K subs. What they do is actually very, very important. And not only is it important, it's fun, it's knowledge, like you get a lot of information out of it. Just makes the drops, a little bit more intriguing. And I love watching them with everybody on drop day. So VeVe3, Heather and Corey, keep doing the content. I hope you guys stay motivated, inspired. I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys motivated. You guys are gonna be at 10K subs. Just keep going, guys. You guys are killing it. I feel like we all lost. How crazy. That tells me that there's probably a lot of people going for the drop. Because this isn't Darth Vader. This isn't Spider-Man. Well, it is Spider-Man. It's not like FA Spider-Man. Excuse me. It's not, high-end collectible, but pretty big deal, Spider-Man poster, 60th anniversary. Amazing Spider-Man. I can't believe we all didn't get it. L for us too, fam. Good luck on the rest of the drops this week. Appreciate you, Okomi, for tuning into the channel. You guys made my whole day. Love you guys, man. And it's awesome, too, to see that you guys are going for the drops, too. Like, I think that's something that most people don't realize. I think a lot of people just think that you get all the drops, but they don't realize, like, you got to go for the drops, too, if you want them. So I think that's a cool little caveat right there. Same thing happened over the last few times for Drew NFTV. Win. Let's go, Audible. I love when Audible Collective wins, man. I know he struggled big time in the very early days, but he came around, started hitting some big drops. He got a 1665 drop today. Let's go. December took a L. Chasing Sunday's got one though. Let's go. I know you said you weren't gonna go for one, but got a 2313 mint. VeVe 3 took an L. Yeah, this went so fast. I did not think it was gonna sell out that fast. Like I thought if I went for it, I would probably get it. But I did not. Wow, I feel like I struck out today. Riley Pie got one. Let's go. 3354. Chasing Sundays. I love the tweet. I think it's going to turn out pretty well, man. I would be shocked if it started out under retail. Like if we open the market right away, as soon as it opens and it's under retail, I would kind of be surprised. I think it's going to be maybe double and then maybe work its way down to like 100, maybe 90 by the next drop. But again, next drop I don't think is – it's tough. I do think they have some teasers long term for the first ever Mighty or Marvel Mighty's vehicle. It just feels like that, you know. Congratulations to everyone who got one. Absolutely, absolutely. VeVe Vibes in the building took a hard L. And Vibes, I was tuning into the live stream the other night. And one thing made me crack up. I didn't comment back because I was like half asleep. But after you got to my comments in the live stream, and you said drinking White Claws on the course, I started dying laughing. I was like, you know what's so funny? Not recently, but I would say a couple weeks ago, I did golf with a couple of my buddies, and we did all drink White Claws. It was so funny. So when you said that, I started dying laughing. And I don't even really drink anymore. I haven't drank. The only time I really drink is when I have like a beer or two on the course with some buddies, but I feel like I got that all out of my system when I was younger. But just hilarious when I heard that on the live stream. I started dying laughing, man. Yo, bot's gonna pump this. Don't vote. Is that what happened on this one? I'd be surprised if a whole bunch of bots went for this one, really. Ronnie Litho, 269, huge mint. Amazing, Ronnie. Great time to. Is this your first drop in a while, Ronnie? Or have you been going for him, just not on the stream? Austin got a dub, first stream in a while. Glad to be back. Glad to be back. Absolutely, Austin. Glad to see you back. I think Austin was the one that me and him, or Austin and I, just kept doing the same thing. Like no matter what I did on the drop, the same thing would happen with Austin. And whatever happened with Austin's drop, the same thing would happen with mine. It was so strange. But today, Austin beat me. Shout out to everyone who beat me today. That's what it feels like. You know, it feels like when the drops are so hard to get, it feels like you versus the world. And that's why I love these drops when they're so hard to get, because I remember back in the day, maybe it was the bot problem, maybe it was the high demand, maybe it was a combination of both. But like, I would say from November when we first got the Disney drops to December, January, February, March, when things were going crazy, I have never replicated the same feeling I felt of coming in the ninth inning when there's bases loaded, 2 outs, you're up by 1, 3 hitters up the bat. Like that's the feeling that I thrive off of. That competition, game on the line. You're gonna win or lose, you know? And I've never been able to replicate that until these VeVe drops. And it only lasts maybe a couple seconds. But it's that feeling that I was addicted to, the competition versus the world. It was like you versus the world. Everyone's watching. What are you going to do? Crunch time. And that's the stuff that I love. I mean, I still love the drops no matter what, but that's the stuff that got me going, man. Yeah, we need some F8 tissues. I'm trying to hold in my congestion right now. I don't have any tissues near me right now. But yeah, maybe Miss Rose needs some tissues. Missed the drop today. I feel like everyone missed those. Don't get too down on yourself, Miss Rose. It's one of those where maybe only a couple people in the chat got a drop today. Floor is 90 gems. Let's check it out. I didn't think it was open already. I guess the market never closed. All right, so it's dropping. Yeah, it's dropping pretty quick. That's crazy to me, but then it's going back up. So floor started at 90 gems, but worked its way down to 68. Still above retail. You know, that's something that always baffled me is there's one drop, right? One collectible sells out in a second, less than a second, but then people sell it for retail. It's like, why go for the drop? Looks like real people though, so that's good news. And this is the time right now where if you want to get your followers up, guys, for me, this has been very beneficial. I'll go in there and just follow every single person that's listing a collectible. And the reason why I do that is because they're active, because they just listed it. So because a lot of times when you follow people, they may not see the notification for a couple of days. They may not even see the notification. So they may not even know you followed them to follow you back. But if you follow the people that just listed their collectible, you know they're active. So the chances of them seeing the notification is pretty high. And then the chances of them following you back, I mean, without even spamming follow for follow, they're probably going to follow you back. I've noticed it's about like 50%, give or take, of like an active person. Probably even more than 50%. If you follow someone and they see it, they're probably going to just follow you back. Yeah, need the drops or need the gems for some other drops. That's the way I feel too, Knight Rider. I was just gonna go in for it, but I'm kind of glad I end up not getting it. Kind of crazy. I get so upset when I don't hit it though. It just feels like, you know, you took a loss. Some days when you get called in, bases loaded, and you let up a home run. Some days you get called in, bases loaded, you strike the dude out. You know, it's part of it. Wow, you brave gated it. Let's go. I haven't heard that term in so long. That's probably the one to do it. I've always said, you know, when there's only one collectible and it's a pretty limited drop, usually like under 4,000 or 5,000 mints, it's not a bad idea to brave gate it. You know, shout out to the Vault. I think he's the one who made that up. I think brave gate is basically where you have like that brave decision on skipping the drop, because most of the time when you go for the drop, that rebound is, you know, on these one collectibles like not existent. So if you don't go for the drop, there's just that, you know, less amount of people actually going for that rebound. So you have a better chance of getting that rebound if you skip the drop. But it's a brave decision. Shout out the Vibes though. He was able to grab one. Yeah, so crazy, Michael Gordon, right? You felt like you had the best timing ever and didn't get it. You know, when I noticed it with a couple minutes to go, it felt like the timer was just skipping a second or two. Now, I don't know if that was the case or not when it came for the drop, but sometimes when I feel like it's just absolute perfect timing and you don't get it, it could be because like the timer's off. But again, I've always said this too. There's so many people going for it at once to where if everybody times it like amazing, say there's 5,000 people in the world that timed it perfect, right? Which is possible. There's only 3,900 editions, right? Or however many editions. So you probably all get put in a queue, like a little window thing, and it randomly sends all those people out to collectible. And you probably just weren't one of them. I just wasn't one of them either today. That's why I always say it's about consistency of timing it perfect. If you can consistently time it perfect, your chances are just going to be that much higher, you know? It's already 75 gems. I saw it go down pretty low. We got another bot in the building. I'm going to try to skip a couple comments. We were really in sync every drop. It was crazy. I should be going for rebounds. Yeah, good to know that the market no longer closes for drops. Is that for good? That's awesome. That's an awesome update right there. Because you always have a lot of new users who are like, wait, why is the market closed, etc. And eventually they learn, but it's good to know that the market's always going to be open now. Yeah, absolutely. Riley Pie, this is why I wanted to grab those posters, because they're all secret rares. Like, imagine you get all the lenticulars, all the poster sets. That's like over 60 points in every single day of MCP points. That's huge. That's insane right there. So that is why I want to complete those poster sets, and another completed set for this one. So these posters are a full set. Bots are selling at floor. I see a lot of real. Oh, just updated it. So yeah, I do see a lot of private accounts now. Interesting. I feel like I see more public accounts than normal though. Well, maybe just with profile pictures, maybe not public. That I think is the new trend that they're doing. Making profile pictures, but still making it private. Also, just another thing on the followers. A lot of times people ask me, yeah, but what's the point of gaining followers? Good question. I would say simple answer, it's the same answer as every other social media platform. What's the point of gaining YouTube subscribers, Instagram followers, Twitter followers, right? Options are, or I would say, yeah, options are limitless, right? Brand sponsorships, right? From Coca-Cola. That's really like my futuristic ideal. Like I would love to have a sponsorship with Coca-Cola one day, because I do have 10,000 followers on the VeVe app, or 5,000 followers, or one day 20,000 followers, right? Putting their collectibles on my profile gives them that much exposure every single day. Like right now, I think I have 32,000 views on my profile. So 32,000 people have seen all of my collectibles. So that means 32,000 people have seen the Coca-Cola NFTs. Also, not just brand sponsorships, but in the future, you know, when we do have maybe admission fees for showrooms, maybe it's just a gem, maybe it's 2 gems, etc. This has also been one of my futuristic goals, I would say. When I make a new showroom, I can send it out, and then 10,000 people can see that showroom. Maybe half of them decide to pay a gem to go in, right? To see all my whole collection, my new pickups. That could be 5,000 gems right there. And for me, that's huge. So, and those are just 2 off the top examples right there of why gaining followers could be so big in the future. Say if you wanted to sell a collectible, post it out, you got 10,000 people, could go maybe have a chance to buy it. So Miss Rose, appreciate you big time so much for tuning in today. Unfortunately, you didn't lock one in, but hopefully you're able to lock one in tomorrow if you go for it, or another day this week. And shout out to you for getting a 200 something mint airdrop. That's amazing to see. I love seeing the low mint airdrops. December, same with you. Good night, December. Appreciate you as always tuning in today. Yeah. Did it today only to check to see if I have a chance, but if the rest of the week is like today, I don't even need to try. It's going to be interesting because I do think this is going to be probably the second most popular drop of the week. Silver Surfer is going to be insane if today was that fast. Woo! What do you think would be a better buy? Winnie Pooh Golden Moment or DeLorean Ultra Rare? All right, let me talk about both of these. Winnie the Pooh, I have 2 of these. It's a Disney Golden Moment. I think Disney Golden Moments are going to be huge. Winnie the Pooh is one of the bigger Disney Golden Moments, in my opinion. Obviously, it's in Walt, but Walt's in a league of its own. I think of all the Golden Moments, there's Donald and Daisy up there. I got 2 of those. I think all the Golden Moments from that first week are going to be pretty big too. So you have the Disney IP is really what's back in that one. And it's all gold. Looks great. Winnie the Pooh is such a huge franchise. Now, with no utility involved, no like future renting or anything like that, I would lean Winnie the Pooh Golden Moment. But because I think renting is going to be a big part, because I think vehicles will be huge in the VeVe-verse. Oh, man. DeLorean Ultra, first vehicle ever on the app. Long term, I still go DeLorean Ultra Rare. Short term, I don't know short term. Because we're going to probably get more Golden Moments. we're never going to get another first ever car, you know? It makes me want to get a second DeLorean Ultra Rare. One for my showroom, one to rent out. 200 gems is a low price right now. It's been up to past 1,000 gems. That's a tough one, Knight Rider. Either way, I don't think can be bad. Do you have a lot of vehicles already or not really? See, I may lean towards a DeLorean Ultra Rare and then maybe pick up another Golden Moment. That's another tough one right there. What does the chat think? What do you guys think in the chat? Diane C, good morning. Hard L on drop, but got the Ultra Rare Dinos. Let's go. I like the Ultra Rare Dinos. I'm a big dinosaur fan. Lloyd, great question. What can you do with MCP points? I like MVP points too, though. Maybe one day they could have MVP points. All right, so MCP points. Great question here. So I should bring up the article again. I brought it up last time. So Master Collector Program points. One thing that you want to know is that they're retroactive. So obviously we don't have the Master Collector Program here just yet. But when it does roll out, you'll get those points for all the collectibles and comics and sets you've been holding up until then. So good news is it's all retroactive. So everything you do now will be rewarded when it does roll out. And so what these MCP points are, basically like loyalty points almost. So what you can use them for is to buy lottery tickets to increase your chances on the future drops. In the future, we're going to have drops to where you can increase your chances to lock a collectible in. So maybe we get a Holy Grail collectible. Maybe it's a comic, right? I'm just going to give an example. Maybe Amazing Fantasy 15 does come out later than we expect, but it's a regular drop once we have the new drop system, etc. And so if you want to lock that comic in or have an amazing chance to try to get it, maybe you wager all your Master Collector Program points to buy as many tickets, lottery tickets as possible. So you will have almost 100% chance guaranteed to get that drop, because we see how hard it is to get these drops now. So basically it's like it's rewarding you for holding all the stuff you've been holding. I can bring up, let me see, Master Collector. Now, I'm never sure if this is, if this is the final version or not, but either way, it's very similar. So you can just find this on Google. It's on the VeVe Medium, VeVe Master Collector Program, Volume 1.0. The MCP will bring exciting benefits to every VeVe collector. Here's the launch candidate outline. So again, I think it's not completely final, but this is like the latest version. Or there might even be one more version that's more updated, but the only thing that changes are slight like points given, etc. It's pretty much very similar. So just for an overall outline, this is basically what it is for you. Summary. All VeVe app users are automatically enrolled in the MCP. This is all the points will be awarded retroactively. Amazing. So everyone has like a different level. Everyone starts at level 0. Collectors level up by earning points from in-app activity. Collectors can earn one-off points and or daily recurring points. For example, like when you complete a full set, you get 100 bonus points right away. Boom. And then for every day you're holding that full set, you're getting daily recurring points. And I can break down in just a second how much, each collectible or comic is awarded, how many points it is for each. Once the required points are earned, the collector will proceed to the next level. So you're going to have a Master Collector Program rank as well, a rank and a level. Collectors will also earn a rank based on their level and points earned. And that's going to be shown off on your profile. So I think that's going to be a big deal. Are you a verified master collector on the VeVe app? And as VeVe becomes a household name, that's going to be a pretty big deal in my opinion. So like I said, you get 100 points received when completing a new set. You get 15 points every time you purchase in the market, 25 points when you purchase from the store. So basically when you go for a drop and you get it, that's 25 points off the bat. And then it can kind of break down, if you hold duplicates of the same collectible, you have diminishing points. So if you have 4 collectibles of the same one, you're only getting 0.1 points of that. So it kind of incentivizes people. There's nothing wrong with holding multiples, for if you wanted to sell off in the future, etc. But for strictly MCP points, you'll really be rewarded for just having the one collectible. Still get rewarded for having duplicates, 3 of them, 4 of them, but they're diminishing points there. Now, you also get different level points for the rarity of your collectible. Say if you get a secret rare, you have 5 points. Now, for comics, I believe it's 6 points. And this is something that could change with the most updated. Collectibles could end up being 6 points for the secret rare, etc. But the point is, you get different points for different rarities, which is big time. You also get points. It's not just a, pay to play type thing. You get points for in-app activity. So anytime you follow people, post stuff, like people's posts, you get up to 25 points per day just from inactivity, which is you can for free. Here it is, the Drop Raffle. The MCP Drop Raffle gives collectors a greater chance to obtain a specific collectible in an upcoming drop. So that's the biggest thing. We see how hard it is to get these collectibles on drops. So the more MCP points you have, the more of a chance you're going to be able to, lock one of those in. So definitely something you may want to look into. I would say for me, my personal opinion on it is I wouldn't base your entire collection on MCP points, but I wouldn't neglect it completely either. I've always been a fan of having a little bit of both, having a collection with some great MCP points in there every day, but also having a collection filled with things I love and that I see really valuable in the future. So I would say a combination. Yeah, number 96 username, not a bot. We have a username in here that says is not a bot. Always makes you wonder. Yeah, single drop like this, if you miss the drops, it's sold out and it's really tough to rebound after. Brave Gate leaves the buy button up, so it's easier to rebound. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Have a great week, fam. We'll catch you on the next one. Hey, appreciate you, Okomi. Made my entire day. That's amazing having Okomi tune into the live today. Wish I was able to go to the San Diego Comic-Con. I'm going to do my best to try to make the next maybe designer con or something, because I'm going to not only meet the team, I want to meet the team so bad in person, but also just the whole community. I just want to meet everybody, have a great time with people. I think it'll be a movie. I think it'll be a great time when we finally all link up. Have both Knight Rider. Yeah, Knight Rider. Those questions, sometimes it's best to try to get both. But I know that's not always, possible, so I try to do my best, leaning one way or the other. Yeah, if you already have one Winnie the Pooh Golden Knight Rider, I would go with DeLorean Ultra Rare. I have 2 Winnie the Poohs, 1 DeLorean Ultra Rare. I want to get a second DeLorean Ultra Rare, though. I didn't know they went down to 200. Sheesh. Let me see what they're at right now. 192. Yeah, I may have to. Man, it's not enough gems to go around. So hard, right? So hard, man. There's deals all. The hardest thing is, especially if you're trying to save up gems for a certain collectible, don't look in the market for deals. You'll go through those gems so quickly. Yeah, I agree, DG Vet. Some Pilly, interesting. So Energy, I got the ultra rare Pilly Fantasy on the drop. I ended up selling it. I wanted to hold on to it. I just didn't think I was able to hold on to it that long term. I sold it, was able to swap it for something else. I don't remember at the time. It was probably something valuable, though. I still have a common and uncommon, I believe. I'm not the biggest fan of this set, to be honest, Energy, but I think it's going to do well long term. Again, Probably going to have to wait until localization and the VeVe app's able to be read in all these different languages, because that drop really isn't for, it's for everybody. But I feel like the fans and the popularity of that set really aren't even on the VeVe app just yet. So that's probably more of a long-term play, in my opinion. Once these different countries, cultures really start using the VeVe app, or even able to read the VeVe app, that's when I see those kinds of collectibles, similar to the Ultraman, taking off. I would say it's a little bit more of a longer-term play, because it just doesn't have that IP of like the super popular stuff right now. But David Yu said that's a pretty iconic set. And when he says that, he knows what he's talking about. So for me, what I gather from that is, since it's not doing well right now, it's just the fan base isn't here yet. So if you can hold on to it, you know, long term, I think you will be rewarded. Not financial advice, of course, just my opinion. I just see, you know, it makes a lot of sense. You know, it's not doing well because the fans of those brand, that collectibles, are just not here yet. So yeah, can't wait to see how many points I really get per day. It's energy. You're going to be up there, man. You're past the 100 sets now, right? Do you know if VeVe says service unavailable in Indonesia? I did not know this. Wow, okay, interesting. I'll have to let someone on the team know this then. Komi did just leave, I believe, so maybe I'll DM someone from the team and just let them know Indonesia. Interesting. Dumb Thing Science, appreciate you for letting me know. Wow, 118 sets without duplicates. Wow. Unbelievable energy. Unbelievable. That's big time right there. Do you know how many possible sets there are? Do you have like one of the, you have to be one of the top, you're probably not maybe the top, but you're up there in the top percent, I would say. If I was to guess, there's probably like 140, 130. Riley Pyle was trying to figure it out. I think Okome said they couldn't give out any surprises or teasers. Imagine if they came out in a couple of days and said, you know, it's done by a crazy famous artist that everybody loves. Like, it would just be a great surprise, and it definitely pump the price. Let's go. Riley Pie up to 57 sets. I actually had to let go of some of my sets to grab that MC1 Ultra Rare. I just hit 60 sets, and I think I'm back down to 57 right now. 57, 58. 57 right now. Sometimes I think of, wow, what if I sold my wall at the top, had 40K in cash or gems, and then I just got all the sets in the world. I thought about that. I think about that all the time, but I think I don't regret it, because I always think about it too. I would have bought so many things that ended up going down in value too, and then I would have only had the one wall. So I think I'm okay with holding 2 walls though. Hindsight 2020, yeah, it would have been easy to say cash out, sell one of them for 40K gems, and then, you know, that's a huge come up. But something like a Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse FA, it's hard not to believe in that one. So it's Getsy at 52 sets. Let's go. Everyone's climbing. I think having over 50 sets is absolutely ginormous. Let's see what the prices are doing on these. We have 375 in the market, and the prices are 95. Let's go. So if you guys are new, just watch the market and just see how it reacts, because you can learn so much. The prices are already back up to 95, 100 bucks. So just imagine you got the drop for 60 and you sold it for maybe 60 on the retail. Like, I'm not saying that, you know, everyone has their own choices for doing things, but when there's only one collectible to go for, you have your choice. So if it's something that you don't really want, you know, maybe pass on it. No, don't go for it. But patience usually gets rewarded. Oh my gosh, energy. 21 sets of the pillar. Holy cow. So I guess I huddle. I think the prices are just maybe too low to get rid of them. What's the ultra rare at on that? I haven't looked at this set in a while. I'm gonna look at it right now. If the ultra rare is low, if it was me, I'd probably just hold it. If I needed the gems, I may let go of a set because you have so many of them. If you absolutely need the gems for something else and you can't put any more in. Why can't I find it? Oh, here we go. Ultra rare. Is it over 100? Oh, it's 80. Yeah, I would say it's a little bit too low, maybe. What's the rare at? Was the rare under 50? Yeah, it's 21. Yeah, I would say it's probably a little bit too low for me to get rid of. But you have enough duplicates to where if you absolutely needed the gems, maybe just let something go because you have enough duplicates. You got 21. But I think that's one where long-term play, you may be rewarded there. There's really not that many in the market. There's only 61 ultra rares available, 78 rares, 108 commons, 117 uncommons. I think if that was me, Energy, and I had 21 sets of these, I would just wait till localization and then maybe let go of some because, think of how much the VeVe app is flourishing, thriving, and it's really not even global yet. It's global, but it's not being able to be read globally just yet, in all different languages. It was Kobe Klex. I was talking about it earlier today. He goes, 1.5 years in and we're still early. How wild is that? It's wild. So think about it, right? Think of all the people you see on Twitter just saying tweets like, wow, Mickey Mouse, Disney should release an NFT collection. It's like so many people haven't even heard of VeVe just yet. So it's only the beginning, guys. It's crazy that it's only been the beginning for 1.5 years, but great things take time. Think of Amazon when Amazon stock went to $20 and crashed to $15. Would you have cared if you bought it at the top at 25 at the time? That's what I always think of when I think of VeVe. It's like sometimes when I debate, like, is this going to dip a little bit? Like the MC1 Ultra Rare. I bought it at 580. It was floating around like 620. Someone listed at 580. I snatched it. I was like, it could maybe dip to like 450, 400, depending on if another comic drops, etc. But I was like, grand scheme of things, I want that Ultra Rare locked in. A couple years from now, I'm not going to care if it was 450 or if I bought it for 550. So some of those things, that's what I think of. $118 sets is insane, Energy. That's so big time. I'm going to check on these. I'm going to check on the lenticular cards too real quick. Because I feel like the posters and lenticular cards have done unexpectedly really well. A lot of people expected it. Some people didn't expect it. I felt like Disney IP, it probably would do well. I didn't think it would take off as soon as it did, though. Jungle Cruise, chilling at 98. Rainbow Caverns, 123. Red Wagon Inn, 98. Rocket to the Moon. This is the one I got on the drop, too. Wow. That poster hit 100 already. Rocket to the Moon's 193. That's when I had to sell for the MC1 Ultra Rare. I did want to buy it back. I wanted to get all the posters. Storybook Land, Canal Boats, 152. Let's take a look at the lenticulars. We'll hodl everything minimum 1 year. Can't go wrong with that, I don't think, Energy. Yeah, the Disney Castle cards. The lenticular cards, Gutsy, do you have a lot of them so far? I wanted to get that spectacular one. And it was when I was chasing the MC1 Ultra Rare. It took off on me. The play would have probably been to buy that spectacular and then let it go now, and then I would have been able to get the MC1 Ultra Rare. I didn't think the lenticular cards are going to take off as quickly as they did. The time to remember is still only at 75. That's time of your life's at 105. Now, the difference with these and the other lenticular cards that we got, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, Pluto, crazy, right? But the only difference is a lot more editions of those. These have like 2,000 max. So it's not your legendary characters with their signature on the back, but scarcity. Dream from Day to Night. This is the one I got on the drop. 86 right now. The time of your life one's 105. Oh, Getsy, so you got the spectacular one. Oh, you got it on the drop. Wow. That's like my boy VeVe Chusk. Shout out to Tyler Gear. He got the 43 mint. He was shaking, he said. I would have been shaking too. He listed it. I told him to list it. I was like, list it to 15 to 20K. That way, if it does sell, you just made a huge come up, brother. And you can cash out if you want, or you can go in the market, buy a walt. You can do whatever you want pretty much. Huge come up for you. And you can buy another low mint of it. So I told him list it for 15, 20K. He's got it listed for 20K right now. Yeah, first Disney Castle on the blockchain. That's one reason why I really love those lenticular cards. I was like, this is the first ever Disney Castle release. The reason why that kind of held me off on buying them right away, well, the main reason is because I was saving up for the MC1 Ultra Rare. But the second reason why I didn't pounce is because I was like, you know what? If they drop the 2D Disney Castle as a lenticular card, they're going to drop the castle as a 3D collectible one day. And that's the one I'm going to do whatever I can to grab. But again, first on the blockchain, 100% right about that. All sets that only a few can collect are worth it. Yeah, I agree with this energy. Because just think about it, like when we already have hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people. Some people will say no, whatever the case. Eventually there will be tens of millions of people. And to have a set that only maybe 1,000 or 2,000 people can have, that's pretty insane. One thing I'm going to be checking YouTube for today is all the people going live. I think Okomi said Comics and Crypto and Randy Chavez are going to be probably vlogging it, live streaming today. So make sure you guys go follow Randy. Make sure you guys go follow Comics and Crypto. Sean, legendary person in the community, Make sure you guys go follow their YouTube channel, subscribe, because I'm sure they're going to put out a video, live stream or something today. Probably going to want to catch that. You'll find me in there in the live chat. So I think it'll be fun with the whole fam in there. Especially from Disney, I agree. Anything Disney IP, you can probably bet on that long term. Yeah, definitely a huge come up. Yeah, that's probably his most. He's got a Todd. He's got a Givenchy low mint. He's got a lot of great collectibles. But this one, I don't think he has a 43 mint. That's crazy. I told him, I said my lowest is a 43 mint too, but it's a Devil OG bunny. Which I think is still great, it's still good, but I don't think it compares to a Disney IP. So, yes, blue and beta today, sub 500 secret rare. Great point on that energy. I didn't think about that when you said that. I didn't think about the Dino set there. Sub 500 secret rares. They're pretty cheap right now too, I think. I think I'm going to save this video from NFT Pirates for tomorrow's video or tomorrow's live stream. Maybe I'll come on and watch the first half hour of it before the drop, second half hour of it after the drop. I think we could do that. Oh, I think this could be the case. Riley Pie. I don't think Akomi's still tuned in. But Riley, I didn't think of this. And I definitely, once you said this, I think it's going to happen. Maybe it's for all the people that are actually there at, Comic-Con. Maybe they get a promo code. I think that's going to happen too. Maybe they get some exclusive for being there in an actual event. Riley said, any chance we get the physical poster of today's drop for holding? That would be cool too. Maybe it's not just secure for the people at the event. Maybe it's for the people holding this collectible, because this is Spider-Man and this is the 60th anniversary. It's not like a random poster, And we don't even know who the artist is. We got another bot in here. Block. There we go. Blocked it. But yeah, great point in this, Riley. Man, I think that could happen. Speculation, of course. But with all that being said, today, I'm signing out, guys. I appreciate you so much for tuning in. Shout out to Akomi for tuning into the live stream today. Let's go. Man, that made my day. That's awesome to see, man. That's why Akomi is so great, too, because they're unlike any other company out there, man. They get on the ground floor, get in with the community. You see Alex in Twitter Spaces all day, chatting with the community, bringing them up on stage, talking with them. You see Akomi tuning into all the community, YouTube, live streams. Maybe they're doing interviews with people from the community. Just amazing what they do, man. I love to see it. Steven, appreciate you big time for tuning in today as well. Energy, I'll see you. I will be hopping on the stream tomorrow. I think I'm going to do that. Hop on the live stream. I may not go for the drop again tomorrow. Well, I went for the drop today. Just took an L. I hate taking L's, man, but it happens. I don't know if I'll be actually going for the drop tomorrow. I'll probably pass, but I will be live streaming it, and I'm going to watch the first half of the NFT Pirates video, second half of it after the drop probably, or maybe just the whole thing before the drop. We'll see what happens, but I'm signing out today. Appreciate you guys big time for tuning in. Diane C., take care. Get G, take it easy, brother. Appreciate you guys big time for tuning in. With all that being said, I'm signing out today. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn. We out, fam.